Well, I think that mental health is a huge issue at the moment, and it's really interesting actually. The World Health Organization, their definition of mental health and mental well-being is, is somebody able to cope well with everyday life, the stresses of everyday life, because there's lots of stresses in everyday life. Can people make a good contribution to their society? So these are the kind of things that we're talking about. In the past, psychological science and neuroscience has often seen mental health in terms only of mental illness, really, in terms of anxiety and depression. Whereas now we're actually saying, and again the World Health Organization makes it very clear, that mental health is far more than the absence of disease. It's far more than the absence of problems. So a lot of people in society now are just getting by, really, and they're not really flourishing. And so a lot of research now is really focused on trying to get people beyond that. So treating mental health problems, like serious problems like anxiety and depression, is one thing, and it's very important. But people who are just really not particularly enjoying life but getting by is also really important to try and focus on. And I think that's often where it does become, we often have the impression that mental health problems are on the increase, because I think first of all there has been that slight change in definition of mental health problems. It's not just serious things like anxiety and depression, but really problems dealing with the stress of everyday life. And I also think on top of that, which is a very positive thing, the level of stigma around mental health problems has decreased quite dramatically in recent times. There's been large media campaigns by the Royal Foundation, for example, by lots of other charities, and I think that's really working. People are now much more relaxed and happy to talk about their mental health problems, and so that can often give us the impression that suddenly there's a big increase, whereas actually I think a lot of the time it may simply be that people are just much more relaxed and happy to talk about their mental health problems.